All right, we're gonna start. Ready to roll.
That was great to see Mark Pinto for a second.
Yeah, and he's studying up and booking up and preparing for chess, so you can put it into practice today. And welcome everyone to this Saturday morning at the Mechanics Institute online. I'm Abel Talamantes, chess director at the Mechanics Institute, and joining me as we're going to get ready to call this club match against the Royal Dutch Chess Club, Grandmaster Nick DeFermian, FIDE Master Paul Whitehead, and Women's Candidate Master Allison Wong. How's it going?
Good.
Everyone's waking up here. It's nighttime in The Hague.
Is that right?
Really?
Evening, right?
6 o'clock.
6 p.m. Yeah. Yeah, not the middle of the night, but just the evening.
Wow.
And we're
This is
gonna
an exciting match.
Yeah, we're going to start the games in a couple of minutes. And it looks like we have 18 boards in total. And just going through our own team lineup, board one for the Mechanics Institute is going to be Grandmaster Patrick Wolf, two-time U.S. champion. And then going down the line, we're going to have FIDE Master Kyron Griffith on 2, FIDE Master Andy Lee on 3,
Wow.
International Master Elliot Winslow on 4, FIDE Master Mark Pinto on 5, National Master Mike Walder on 6, and then we have Jonah Bush, Adam Mercado, Barbara Goodkind, David Reکنitz, Mike Hilliard, Nicholas Wang, Chelsea Zhu, Andrew Ballantyne, Ethan Liu, Charlie Zitnik, Asher Yu, and Neve Grover. That is the Mechanics team. 18 boards.
Wow.
Includes Scholastic and Grandmasters alike.
And 2 trustees.
Three trustees. Three,
that's right.
Mark Pinto, Patrick, and Mike Hilliard.
Wow, representing.
We have the chess committee at the Mechanics Institute.
Fantastic.
And
well,
yeah, good.
We have to be nice on their play, right, Nick?
No. Call it like you see it.
The truth is the truth. And
Let Allison make the bad comments.
oh, actually, I gotta get ready here.
What about this Dutch team? Allison, have you ever played the Dutch defense?
No.
You think they're all going to play the Dutch defense?
That would be interesting.
All of them. And
yeah, I mean, they'll all play the Dutch or the Birds opening or something.
And I think the games have started, so I'm going to start pulling up the games, and you can start going through it. And I think you can see right here, Amateur T 2021 is Grandmaster Patrick Wolf. And he is playing opposite of another Grandmaster, John Vanderweel.
These are famous chess players. Vanderweel was second to Timmons, right, Nick?
Yes. He's actually a friend of mine. Good guy, one of the top Dutch players for a long time.
Yeah.
You didn't give out any inside information on the preparation or anything?
No, you got loyalties with the club,
Good.
Right. So, I mean, this is a real heavyweight battle here. The ratings, the chess.com ratings are a joke.
Yeah, throw that out the door. And let's go to board 2, where Kyron Griffith for Mechanics is taking on Jeroen Blokhuis.
We've got 2 Nighthawks on the first 2 boards.
Yeah, this is incredible stuff. So, and what about this Dutch player? This is his first time on chess.com too, it looks like. What's his FIDE rating?
FIDE is 2312.
Okay.
And for a lot of these Dutch players, they don't usually play on chess.com. They play on another platform, which is why some of them show like a new account.
Yeah.
But you can see their actual FIDE ratings and who is playing who by looking on our Google Sheet. And I just put it in the chat. You could actually see the pairing matchups, and you can follow the match results. Oh, I gotta fix.
Oh, we got some kids joining us here.
Yeah,
Ethan Liu.
yeah, Ethan, just log off of. Go ahead and log out because you don't need to be on the Zoom. There we go. And there's no Zoom required for this match because it's a club friendly. It's not like the amateur team and the junior congress where rating points are at stake and titles. Only bragging rights in this game. Let's move to board 3 where we have FIDE Master Andy Lee, who's playing black. And his opponent is going to be Edgar Blokhuis. We may have siblings on 2 and 3 for the Dutch team. FIDE rating for white 2211.
Now, Andy Lee is, Allison, I don't know if you've ever seen his games, but he's a really entertaining player. Yeah, we have wild chess players here on boards 2 and 3 with Kyron Griffith and Andy Lee.
Action chess at mechanics, and especially when you throw in players like Josiah Stearman.
Yeah,
Just like to.
that's right. And Hans Niemann back in the day.
And let's take a look at Elliot Winslow's game. He is playing Ono van Dijk, 2131 FIDE.
Jabba Dabba Do. Jabba Dabba Do. That's a good name. Well,
I hope Elliot plays a little quicker for this game than last week.
yeah, he has a tendency to get into time trouble.
And I feel that happened last week where he looked like he had a good game, and then it just the time got caught up with him. Let's take a look at FIDE Master Mark Pinto playing black for mechanics here. He is taking Gosse Romkes, who's actually helped co-organize this match. He's like one of the club directors.
Okay. And bond trader is Mark.
So,
Well, this looks like it's going okay. Fine for black, who's about to get some counterplay going.
and it was funny. He's playing. This comes out of Grunfeld. He was just telling me right before we came on that he was studying Grunfeld. So great that he got to apply his learning.
And he's up on time by 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shows his
being booked
preparation.
up helps.
Taking a
You know,
look.
somebody opens up pawn e4 against me, and I have to sit there and think for 10 minutes. You know, what am I going to do?
And here's Mike Walder. He's playing candidate master Lars Vistisen, 2057 FIDE.
So black has sacrificed a pawn for an open game. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, so something like knight to d3, maybe bishop a6 on, but it's activity for black.
Let me go back to board one because it looks like a lot has happened already.
And it reminds, I guess that reminds me, Nick, of the game you annotated for the newsletter. where Carlsen, Nakamura sacked the pawn against Carlsen. Wow.
What do we make of this here?
So first, count the stuff. It's is that Paul's job or Allison? Looks like an exchange for a pawn.
Oh yeah. I just noticed that White's missing a rook.
So,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
Yeah, exchange for a pawn. Looks like.
this looks like it might be nice for White. I hate to say it, but dynamically, there's a lot going on here. Black's under some pressure.
I don't know. I mean, that bishop on g7. Well, I guess you could take it, but
Get that out.
the black pieces are coming out.
Yeah, tough one.
And Kyron's game actually looks like it's simplifying, which in a simplified position, it seems like it's right in Kyron's wheelhouse to grind his opponent down. And look at the time difference.
Yeah, well, Kyron's an all-round player.
Hey, Allison, when you play, do you find yourself in time trouble or usually have a lot of time left?
Not usually, but when I do get in time trouble, it's pretty bad.
You're like living on the edge.
I gotta say, I like Kyron's opponent's game here. I think. I mean,
Well, pawn to c4 is coming, and
Yeah.
what does that bishop do? If you retreat, White wins a pawn. So the move would be bishop b4. Don't know. You could take the bishop on d5, play bishop c5.
yeah, maybe bishop. How about c4, bishop b4, bishop b6?
Ooh. Which wins material.
I think it does win material. Yeah, White's got a little lead in development and needs to maybe do something about it right here, huh?
Let's take a look at the games of a couple of the kids. Here is Ninja Force for mechanics, Nicholas Wang.
Nicholas.
He is playing Prajit Kumar, 1879 FIDE. The ratings are about accurate.
Yeah, Black's got a pretty solid game there.
So we'll
Yeah,
see.
one of those French kind of positions, huh?
And knight f4, is that good or bad?
It's either good or it's bad, right?
Well, if you're attacking a pawn, oops, maybe knight takes d4 would mean the bishop on d6.
Bishop c5 first.
Yeah, is knight takes d4 just a pawn for Black?
Ooh, Nicholas jumped in there with the knight.
Little too eager.
Yeah.
We'll see how this plays out. And we have Chelsea, who's playing Black here. And her opponent is David Madularia, 1650 FIDE. Triple pawns.
Yeah, they make me laugh.
Yeah, triple pawns are funny. Wow. Two bishops versus two knights. It's a little bit bewildering right now.
I think you should have taken with the queen, moved the queen away, and then moved that pawn to f6.
Yeah, giving up the exchange. That might have been a good move because White does have knight d7.
Let me go back to board 1 just to see what is up. And I think
What a funny position.
I think the first point of the match has been scored for the Royal Dutch Chess Club.
Oh, I think someone joined the Zoom.
Yeah, I hear somebody chattering away.
Sorry, guys.
You know, I was looking at this.
Oops.
Wow, White's really.
Hey, Asher, can you log off of the Zoom and send me an email if you need to communicate? Thank you.
Hi. It's funny, people poking their heads into the.
What's funny is like how young some of these players are. And that's sort of what's made these matches fun is that because we've deliberately incorporated scholastic players from both sides into these games. So
Right.
I mean, we've had players playing other clubs and players from other countries as young as like 6 years old, right?
Fantastic.
Playing in a match that's along with grandmasters also. So
Right.
yeah, so it's kind of fun.
Very fun. This is, great stuff.
All right.
What a sharp position on board 1 here, huh? Great position.
Seems like Black's got their own fighting going on.
Black has to find a way to trade queens quickly, I would say. Wow, White can get another pawn here with knight takes g7 and queen e6.
Oh, that just hasn't been updated yet. Okay. All right,
Yes.
check.
And then queen e5 afterwards.
Maybe it would be a tough endgame for both players, huh?
Yeah, somehow there seems to be dynamic equality.
Moving to board 2 and checking on Kyron Griffith.
Oh. So
It looks
he's
like
a pawn ahead.
it looks like he's just straight up a pawn, right?
I'm reloading. I'm watching an ad for French fries or something like that.
Reloading. French fries. That's the 30-second ad.
Yeah, I had to rewind my Twitch.
Let's check on Andy Lee's game, playing Black for mechanics.
So, yeah. Now this is a dynamic position. Here, Black looks ready to strike.
But how?
But how? Yeah.
The how, always a challenge. Back to Mark Pinto's game, playing Black here, Bond Trader.
There's some tough games being fought on these boards.
Yeah. I mean,
Really tough.
We had a
Mark-
strong team put together, but they're pretty balanced themselves.
Yeah.
Oh. He's from The Hague. No, David.
Hey, Nick. Technical issue. My second game hasn't started.
It's not going to
It's
start
supposed-
until after the end of all the games from the first round.
Got it. Because the way it sounded, was like they were going to start immediately after the first.
Oh, let me connect with Judith on that. And
Please.
Hi,
Yeah.
David.
Hey,
Is
So-
that a picture from your holiday this year?
not this year, but I didn't travel at all this year, but a few years ago, yeah.
and just be aware we are on air.
You're what?
We are on air on Twitch.
Yeah, yeah, I figured, but this was a tournament and there was an issue, so here I am.
Oh no, just letting Nick know. Whatever question you ask, just be aware.
No, I said, was that Florence there?
It is Florence, yes.
So let me put that in the chat.
We're not supposed to give away moves because they're so bad they ruin people's games.
Yeah. Let's take a look at back on board one, or Elliot's game.
Well, what happened was what you hoped would happen. It looks like Patrick was able to trade queens, but it looks like White got material back.
Another pawn. Yeah.
So the points are even, but Patrick's got the 2 rooks and the knight. Tough position then.
Very tough position. Yeah.
Abel, sorry for interrupting, but I'm looking at the invite and it says second games are to start as soon as the first game is finished.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't matter if you change it. I'm just letting you know what the thing said.
yeah, I put it in the Twitch chat so that one of the TDs will see it. They're monitoring all the games, so if it didn't start, you're not missing anything. I was under the impression they were going to start them all after. Yeah, we might have phrased it wrong, but you're not missing out on something.
There we go.
Yeah. You're
Perfect. Thank
you're
you so
good.
much.
But I'll actually put it in the Twitch chat once I find out for sure.
All right. So when's the start time?
It'll be when the games are done, but we expect it at about 9:30, 9:35.
Okay. Very good. I'll hang up now. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, David.
Yep. Bye.
Let's check on Kyron's game. And good for Kyron. He's got like a lot of time left in this position.
White had an opportunity. I'm sorry, Black had an opportunity to go into bishops of opposite colors, and instead now fighting with bishop and knight. Bishop versus knight.
And
You got to
Kyron-
think Kyron's got some chances, but this is an active Black position too.
Yeah, it's difficult. Does he let him? Okay, check, but then the pawn on A2 is hanging, and also rook D2 is a threat.
Yeah, knight c4, bishop c4, and then rook d2. Risky.
Yes.
Risky. Maybe White plays rook c2 now.
And if bishop takes A2, pawn to B3, bishop to E1, to C1, and that bishop, there's a rook E4 check. Bishop away out.
And the bishop can retreat back along the diagonal.
So, but maybe Kyron gives back the pawn.
A lot of games are still going. Let's look at
How
Elliot
about our
Winslow's game.
board three rather? The Andy Lee game.
So there.
Oh, here's Elliot.
Yeah, but I just
Nice.
switched it. I just switched it to Andy's game.
That's fine.
Elliot looking all right, and
Yeah.
here's Andy Lee's game with Black.
You gotta like Black here. I mean, just dynamically, it's so, it's full of life.
Inside pawns coming up.
Whenever I see a knight at h2 in positions like this, I'm always skeptical of white's position. Something has gone wrong. Now black can play something like h5 and f5 and g4 and sacrifice all his pieces and
Yeah. Although h5, queen to d1 may.
yeah. How about taking on f3 and playing rook e4 and doubling rooks on the e file? Who knows?
Look at, let's go jump to board 1. Grandmaster Patrick Wolf against Grandmaster John Vanderweel. White has offered a draw.
I'm expecting these guys to make a draw. They both done their job.
It was declined
Oh,
Wow.
by Patrick.
Patrick's in a fighting mood here.
Yeah.
Patrick
he's-
winning pawn.
Yeah, it looks like he might pick up a pawn here.
You're talking about the h2?
Yeah, maybe.
Knight g4.
Yeah, white's a little awkwardly placed here, and black is kind of. If black can pick up a pawn, it's going to be, it could be tough.
And the time.
Interesting, maybe rook to f3, knight g2, rook g3.
White needs to get this knight at h3 into the game.
Yeah.
Like rook f3, knight, oh, g2. Yeah, can't play knight f4 yet. There. This is a tough one for both sides. Very, very tense position.
What's his idea? He's just giving up the f2 pawn.
He's going to swing the rook over to h4. Nah, looks bizarre.
Oh, but you know, okay, yeah, there's no knight f1 check. Knight takes h2, rook h4.
And if rook h8, knight f4, oh, then king g5.
And pawn to g3.
Pawn to g3. That's really, white's position is being held together like a model airplane.
It looks good for Patrick. He's a little low on time, but
Oh, look at this shot on board 4. Elliot Winslow.
That's good to hear, I think.
a4.
Oh, yeah.
So he has won the exchange.
Oh, well, that should be the game.
Look at this position from Barbara Goodkind's game. She is Eat Dinner, playing black for mechanics.
Eat dinner sounds like a,
Sounds like a
Yeah.
name you can get behind, huh?
yeah, this is also going well, I think, for black.
Great position, yeah.
Yeah. Terrific. Very thematic kind of game that black should be much better here.
And let's go to the Kyron Griffiths game. He's still up that pawn.
Oh,
He's got a passer.
This is
This
a
is
really
good.
tough game. What'd you say, Nick?
oh, I think he's looking good. He's up
Yeah.
their pawn. That's the knight can come and play. Up on time.
And I'm gonna swing over to
Oh,
Patrick's. Yeah, go ahead.
What about rook d2 check, exchanging? Yeah. Yeah, let's look at Patrick's game. Thanks everybody for joining us. It's a little early here in the morning, but
Yeah, this is an action-packed round, and a lot of the games are like pushing the limits of the time control, which just goes to show. Hey, Alexi Root says hi in the chat.
hi Alexi. Now Patrick looks like he may not have anything now. White's lost a pawn, but he's gotten a lot of activity. And I can see more pawns coming off the board soon.
And Mechanics has their first point in Adam Mercado winning his game.
Yes, Adam.
So Adam Mercado gets Mechanics on the board.
We had to wait a long time for our first point.
Yeah, there's first point of the games that I'm seeing. There may be one on one of the lower boards. Wow, look at what a position. Let's check Andy Lee's game.
What's the magic number? What's like how many boards are there?
So it's 18. I think it's 18 in total.
Oh, look at this rook c2 check move. Wow. On board one.
Okay, bishop takes, knight forks, king back, take the rook, pawn to f7.
Yeah, what's the big deal? Oh, well, black will have king can go to d1. Does this lose?
Mike Walder wins his game.
What happens after knight b6 f7? I'm
Looks like a piece.
Yikes. What a unfortunate series of events for us.
All right, Patrick's fighting on. Can he get rid of the pawns?
You got to get rid of the pawns and make him force the knight bishop mate.
I have a feeling that that's going to be not too difficult for.
Yeah, at that level.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Karen must have it under control. 2 pawns up.
Oh, Chiron is, yeah.
But in this position,
Knight takes g3, maybe he's forced, huh?
Or pawn takes g3, h3, knight to f2.
oh, wow.
Pawn takes 8, yeah, but can't black throw in bishop takes e4 first after h takes g3?
The king gets back in time.
Yeah, it does, without any problem. So what is this, a win here? It looks like.
4 lovely pawns marching up the board.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pawns. And Elliot drew his game.
What? Oh, that's it. Let's take Allison. Do you want to have first go at him?
Sure.
That.
Let's see what ended up happening here. Oh.
He overlooked that fork.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, Elliot, with 3 minutes on the clock.
14 seconds. There's a bonus.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. It's early in the morning here. We're just trying to give the Royal Dutch Chess Club a chance, I think.
Yeah, I feel like they have an advantage because we're all still waking up.
Ooh. Look at this.
Vaughn Schrader is bringing home the bacon.
Vaughn
Good job,
Schrader
Mark.
is getting high yield
Yeah.
in this position.
Yeah, he's looking bullish.
And Patrick did end up losing that game on board one.
How about our third trustee, Mike Hilliard?
Yeah, that game may be over. Let me see. No, it's still going. Let me pull that up. I'm waiting for the results to be populated, but I think that game is over.
Yeah, it still looks like the score is 0-0.
They're updating the scores now.
Coco Fan is asking, are we supposed to wait for the game? My opponent is challenging me to a rematch.
Yeah, do not accept that challenge. We will start the games. So just wait for that.
And how did he do? Mike Walder.
He won.
Excellent.
Mike Walder won.
And Mark Pinto, we've got at least a few points up on the board. So.
And we're updating results. I think that's where we're at. Let me see the games. This is Andy Lee's game. He's playing black.
So it's
The round start. Actually, I just saw a game looked like Kyron was playing his second game.
Yeah, that'll happen. So Andy Lee draws the game.
Wow.
And
Good defensive effort on the Royal Dutch's part there.
Barbara lost her game on time.
Oh,
And I think she...
There's a funny result up on the top of the board there. It says Royal Dutch Chess Club 3.5, Mechanics Institute 3. There's a half a point missing somewhere.
I'm seeing it actually. I actually can fix it, I think. I have the authority to fix that. So
We're holding that extra half point hostage.
there we go. I entered it. So hopefully, or not yet. Let me see here.
Well, Elliot, you've got to warm up a little bit.
Yeah, that happens. What can you say?
Something bad has happened this on Eat Dinner's game.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, she lost on time.
Mm.
In that position, is she worse or is it even?
It looks like, yeah, that's hard to say, isn't it?
what do you think, Allison?
I don't know. She has that passed pawn, but then the king's kind of stuck.
Well, let's focus on this game because I think the players just agreed to start their second game on Kyron Griffith's board. So,
Is it going to count?
oh yeah, it will count. And let me see if the other games have started.
Am I having technical issues with my audio?
We can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay.
You should probably just shout like Nick and Abel and I.
Scream into the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, just bellow.
Griffith's plan.
Elliot says your audio is set to whisper.
Interesting.
I think Elliot's audio needs to be set to whisper.
Yeah.
Oh, what a move Elliot played. Allowed that knight fork.
We'll set it to mute.
uh,
Did we see a result for my Killiards game the first round?
oh man, what is up, everyone? Yeah, forgive me. Waking up. Yeah, I've been completely ignoring the chat for probably the last 6 minutes as I was dealing with other issues. But here we go. I think once everything gets updated, I think the match is relatively even.
People are dying to play
Yeah,
here.
just
Like, can you
hold
start
on.
my game
Hold
already?
on. We will start it very, very soon. Let's see here. Anything? And I think everything will be.
Apparently, they had different instructions than we did, according to Walter. Their instructions said to challenge a rematch.
Well,
I think we should take this to FIDE arbitration. What's going on here?
I'm looking into it with the chief.
Any other games going on apart from the Chiron game? Black is a nice dynamic position here, huh?
Okay, so players. Yeah, there it is. 9:45. 5 minutes. Everything will start. 9:45. Although some of the players have already started, and that's fine. But let's look at board one started, and look at this position. Patrick Wolf playing white.
Alexi Root is taking Elliot to task.
Get in line. I mean, we already started that.
Get in line. Yeah,
That's a point we could have used, or a half a point extra.
Well, Black is regaining the piece on F3. And then what are we left with, Nick?
It's a pawn ahead for Black, but yeah, that F3 pawn may be a little loose. But, Black is for choice.
What a odd position.
Yeah, pawn majorities on
It's
both sides.
It's sort of the idea that. I mean, is there any compensation for white? Just the bishops look good.
Unbalanced with super pawn majorities on both sides of the board. It's an odd position, isn't it?
But it's a pawn up for Black.
Yeah.
Stage pawn.
Yeah.
And that's the real evaluation. Nick has got his feet firmly on the ground. The Grandmaster always does, reminding us that Black is a pawn ahead and the rest is yet to come.
Well, it's the hard work counting the pawns.
Nick, I saw Guido the other day.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
he's playing chess with Tony every day.
Okay.
And they invited me to join them. So I might do that at some point.
So it looks like 6-5, at least so far.
And that's only 11 games.
Yeah, so we're still updating the sheet, the results. Um, my guess is when everything gets updated, they may slightly expand on that lead. So it looks like we're going to have to make a little comeback in the final round if we want to equalize that.
What about our board?
Well, we're limited.
Some of the games have started and some haven't, right?
Yeah, but here's one that is going. Mark Pinto, and he won his first game.
He's our hero.
Looking good in the second game too.
Yeah. Nice structure.
Do you ever
Bishop
go?
G5 is a good looking move there, trading off that offside bishop.
Allison, did you
I
ever
think.
commit a lot of time and curiosity to like opening preparation and like doing prep on an opponent?
Yeah, I did that actually a lot, very intensively for Pan Americans, and it's paid off because, well, my coach made me study like 2 hours on one specific opening for one opponent.
Wow. And you do that because predictably people play that. Like people tend to play what they're used to playing and what they're comfortable playing.
She played that exact line, and then I won.
Yep. Did a coach ever advise you to do something different because people would prepare against you and then they wouldn't be ready for, or is that something not typically done?
Yeah, he does that sometimes. It's like novelty moves.
Did you guys ever do that, Nick and Paul? Like, or would you do like Allison saying, like novelty moves? You stay within something you know, but then you just slightly mix it up? Or did you ever just study a completely new opening just to throw everyone? Nicholas Wang's in the chat saying every time he's prepared, he's lost.
I'm with you, Nicholas. I prefer to kind of have a sort of like a completely fresh approach. I don't even know what I'm going to play. You know, I mean, never forget my opponent.
Mike Walder is one of the best prepared players we have. He knows his openings, and it often really pays off.
You said he's one of the best prepared. I was wondering if you were talking about his cooking because Elliot's in the chat saying Mike is a better chef. But he does prepare his cooking as well as his openings. I was surprised just how deep his preparation goes. He actually showed me some of his files of prep for opponents. It's like absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Well,
and the next round games are starting to be paired. So back to the board one game we were looking at. Patrick,
I enjoyed making assumptions about my opponents. You know what they were going to do, or. I think Black has kind of fallen a little behind in development here.
Yeah, this is it's a
Tough
little
game.
tricky.
And just want to take the opportunity to thank Judith, and I'm pretty sure Reika is helping also. A lot of adaptation needed in the back room. We had a couple of players show up either late or needed help getting started. I had one of the players on the other side, same. We had one that didn't show for whatever reason, but a lot of moving parts. Thank you for staying with us and adjusting for all the happenings and all the things you can't fully prepare for live TV. And thanks for understanding that we're just trying to do our best, put on a good show. And yeah.
Black is really ready here for what, G5, and rolling them up.
Wow, look at this position here.
Tough game.
Barbara Goodkind, her second game. It's like another tough
Tough ending.
game.
Could be just a little better for Barbara.
You think with the two knights
The outside pass pawn.
outside pass?
Sorry, Barbara has. Sorry, Barbara's white this game.
Yeah, no, I think what you're saying, Nick, is that black is a little better here.
Yeah,
Yes,
I would think just because the connected pawns and then the bishop.
Yeah, a little more integrity in the old pawn structure.
Let's check Kyron's game. He's playing black here.
Boom! It's ready for sacrifice.
Wow, look at this F5 move. Both players are like.
Looks like he's going for it. Bishop F5 takes, queen takes.
Of course, on Bishop F5, can't black just take on C3 and play on the queen side? Oh, the rook on C8 is hanging. Huh. Well, black could probably take on C3 first.
Take on C3, bishop takes C8, pawn takes B2. Oh, well. Yeah, that might be a way to dampen that attack.
Give up the exchange.
I'm looking at knight b2. I don't know.
Knight B2. Wow. Bishop C8 is still the issue, one of the main issues. Black could have just moved the rook to D8, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, but bishop takes C8, pawn takes B2 looks great, black.
Yeah. Best not to take that bishop on F5. Just looks too risky.
Let me go back to board one. Check this game out. Patrick Wolf playing white against Grandmaster John Vanderweel. Look at these pawns.
Yeah, both players are, this is
What a position.
trying to roll up the pawns.
Patrick is out for blood.
Yeah. Very double-edged. The pawn on C5 is hanging. Okay, so now what happens? Bishop D6 and then knight E6. Oh,
On to G5 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, have to go G5. Yeah.
With things hanging on G7. Does white... That bishop on H5 is a pretty good piece, isn't it?
Yes. Stops rook to D1.
If white could get it that centralize the rooks, it would. How about bishop? Yeah.
Look at this position. Andy Lee in his second matchup.
Complex. How did Andy Lee do his first game? Oh, it ended in a draw, right?
Draw. Yeah.
A king's gambit. Right?
King's Gambit accepted. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And not only that, but a strange variation of it too. Like,
Here, let's take a look at that. Wow.
Paul, the question was from
Wow, look at that.
someone who wrote, "Where do Tony and Guido and perhaps you meet?"
I think they meet privately, that and not in a cafe or anything like that. So, um,
King's Gambit.
yeah, King's Gambit, Andy Lee.
And look at Jonah Bush's pawn structure here in his second game.
King's Indian.
Yeah, the old King's Indian.
And the results we have at the moment, Mechanics is ahead 9-8.
Hey,
You just need 0.5 then.
Yeah, and
Right.
and there might be some adjustments because we did have to make some adjustments on the number of players. We did have a board forfeit.
as long as the adjustments are in our favor,
Yeah,
I don't see why we should
I let
object.
her know that would be our request, that the adjustments be in our favor. All right. Wow, look at Kyron's game.
Oh, nice, nice. So he's got the 2 pawn for the exchange, but he's got kind of control of the center.
Told 17 and a half, I'm told by Judith, wins the match. 17 and a half is the goal.
Kyron is really a dynamic player. It's nice to watch this stuff.
You know,
We-
yeah, I mean, he'll play games where everything looks even and he'll try to grind it out. And then there's games that are like this that,
He's got a nice feel for the initiative, I think.
checking on Barbara's game.
And Andy Lee as well.
Barbara's trying to hold here.
This is tough. It's tough. Black is inching in, making progress. Tough little position for white.
Back to board one. Patrick,
This is a very hard-fought match.
Patrick under 4 minutes.
He's not quite been able to
And something happened where White resigned. Did I see that right? It looked like White resigned.
It seems premature.
It does seem premature.
Huh.
There might be something going on that we're not, is White not able, is White just seeing that maybe he's losing another pawn by force or something? That C5 pawn looks vulnerable, but still.
Yeah.
If White loses the C5 pawn, then I can see he would resign, but it's still a ways off.
Yeah.
Puzzling, a bit puzzling.
It was a resignation, though, nonetheless. So
Maybe
let's-
just discouraged.
yeah. Or maybe like Paul accidentally clicked the resign button.
Yeah, now you can do that. I've done that, especially on chess.com. Got all these bells and whistles that
And I clicked resign instead of offering a draw.
you've done that too?
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah. No, there's something about the interface that makes it possible to do that. It's possible that Patrick offered a draw and instead resigned.
If something like that did happen, we'll get that info. Here we're looking at Nicholas Wang.
But
Well,
confirm resign is something that you have to set up
you gotta set that up.
instead of it being default. This
And-
is great for black, right? I'm not going to say anything to Ninja Force.
Right, and that's why I've moved on. Here's
Yeah, thanks.
Chelsea's game right here.
This is a tough one with white a pawn ahead, but very unclear.
Oh, looks good for white.
Yeah, it does. It does.
And here's another.
Ninja Force, we're gonna have to. You're ahead of the commentary.
And
here.
in this game, Best Middle Sun is playing for mechanics. So black is mechanics in this game. Ethan Liu playing Sai Dasari from Royal Dutch.
Well, if I'm white, I'm black rather. I'm really happy to be able to take that pawn on d5.
Yeah, knight g5, pawn to f5 holds things there.
And a couple of our Scholastic players got it done already in round 2. Neve Grover won his game for mechanics, as did Asher Yu. So
Nice.
they scored some points. Mike Hilliard lost his game. So we have an updated score. Let me update the overall match score.
And I'll be right back.
11-11 is the current match score.
Wow,
11-11.
this is a great close match.
So a lot of stuff happening. I'll flip over to Kyron's game, which is looking good for mechanics.
Oh, nice. That knight takes c3, pawn d4 check. So this game looks over. Pawn to d4 coming.
Look at that. Yeah, that's. And Kyron with plenty of time to see it through. Let's check on the King's Gambit game. Andy Lee playing white. Andy got one of the pawns back.
Like black disconnected?
Or they're low. It looks like their connection's poor, right? Can you see that red bar? But black's time running right now. Andy down a pawn, but looks up in position, or at least has some
Yeah.
Disconnect.
compensation. You think straight up disconnected?
Or maybe he's trying to rejoin, but I don't think he's on Chestercom now because it's red.
Right. That little. Oh yeah, it says member offline actually. So let's see if that player can rejoin. Because it does say that black is offline at the moment. But they do have access to the Zoom help desk, so if there's any issues. I mean, we can't help with if it's internet connection, but
Is this the Zoom help desk? Because people keep coming in. So is it the same link?
yeah, so what ended up happening is 2 links were created by accident. So our players got this link. And there wasn't, I sort of figured, we might have 1 or 2 that, end up having to join. But, I mean, this is one of the things it's, there's a lot of moving parts going on. Sometimes you don't think of everything. This was one of those times.
Oh, another disconnection.
Yeah, this is odd because this player also looks like they're not online. And I'm wondering if those two players. I'm clicking.
Oh, he's back.
Are they having trouble with
They may
internet connections?
because I'm also seeing some other players are also offline, and I'm wondering if some of these players are all playing like at the club, and the club is having internet issues, right? Because it would be unusual for so many different players to all have disconnection issues at once.
Are we in touch with their organizers at all?
Yeah, they are through the Zoom help desk on another Zoom account. So if they're having trouble, they do have the ability to connect with Judith on the Zoom. Kyron Griffith won his game. So that is a needed point for mechanics. Here's Barbara Goodkind with white trying to hold the fort as best she can.
So we're now leading 12-11.
So I'm going to have to say goodbye to you all.
Well, good luck with your stuff, and Allison, you're going to have to fill the GM in residence role.
So
You are for the. Hey, Nick, is it okay if I can say Allison's the acting GM in residence for the
Absolutely. I have full faith in Allison.
All right, fantastic, Allison. You're the acting GM in residence now.
I hope my coach hears this. I'm a GM now.
You are.
Bye-bye.
All right, Nick. Take it easy.
Hi, Nick. Hey, Kyron, congratulations. You played some good chess there. Sharp.
Yeah, great match. Great match there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me fix this here. Nope, not that one. That one. Let me move Nick. And I'm fixing the.
So what did we get any closer to what might have happened on board one?
Just resigned, as far as I see. Yeah, didn't see a way to improve that. So
Right. What about board three? What's going on there, Andy Lee?
I'll get there. Let me just fix Allison's camera here in the broadcast.
Oh yeah, Allison, you look like you're split in two.
And chess. There we go. Okay. All right. There we go. Back to the games. Let's look.
Back to reality.
Well, let's look at board 3. That would be Andy Lee's game, playing white here.
This King's Gambit is looking good for White's got
Those bishops look fantastic, right?
Yeah, White's got some compensation for sure.
Did you ever play around with the King's Gambit, Allison?
Yeah. Actually, I like the way some of these really old-fashioned ways of playing it, like Steinitz and stuff, where you allow Queen H4 check, and there's some interesting stuff around that opening.
You know, I'm curious if Andy Lee ever played that Sacramento tournament, because I know there's a Sacramento tournament where you have to play the King's Gambit.
Huh.
Right.
One of those theme tournaments.
It was a themed tournament where in every game you had to play the King's Gambit. You had, as white and as black, and then you play on from there.
Right.
And Barbara Goodkind did end up losing that game. Let's go to Bond Trader. I think something went wrong in that game, because it looks like Mark is down here.
Oh, this is a tough position. He's down a piece.
Down a piece.
That's not good.
That makes it extra tough.
Mark. Yeah. This is really tough. I don't see how White's going to get out of this.
Black is low on time.
That's true. I didn't see that. Oh, that's a devastating shot. Yeah, 2-second increment is basically nothing. I agree.
It would basically, I think Mark's rooting for a disconnect, which apparently has been happening. But the time is it's getting pretty low, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes dangerously low. I'm wondering if there might be a problem in actually making fast moves for Black. Oh my goodness. Mark won on time.
On time. Wow.
Wow, that was
Yeah, that happens. That's unfortunate for the
that is unfortunate, but we're gonna take it. And
exactly.
So we're taking it and
happened to us and
running away. So
yeah.
Let's check on Elliot Winslow. Redemption shot needed here for Elliot.
Maybe, Alexi. Maybe. Wow, Elliot's could be coming under strong attack here.
Yeah, I'm suspecting that the internet connection issue on their side is because those players are playing from the same location. That's my guess, but
all kinds of interesting possibilities for White here in this. Knight f5, Rook f5.
We want the interesting possibilities for Black, is what we want.
Well, try to get out of the opening alive here, Elliot. Jeez.
Here's Jonah Bush's game. Alexi Root. Yeah, we should recruit players based on internet connection and give a plus 200 for a strong high speed.
Yeah, the online chess world has all these variables that don't exist.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, who would think that, right? Oh,
There's no more touch move too, which is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I wonder if we're gonna have when we get back, like, if players choose to wear gloves. Well, I touched it with my glove, but I didn't touch it with my actual hand. So does that constitute a touch?
Only a tournament director would think of something like that. Oh my gosh. That's a funny dispute. Hilarious.
Look at Nicholas Wang's game here, playing Black. Up the exchange.
Yeah, but this is tough.
Up pawns.
Oh, he's got that extra pawn on the king's side. That should be enough to win, I think. Yeah, but we're not going to say anything.
Back to Andy Lee's game. Time becoming a factor now as the games are winding down.
This is looking very nice for White, I think.
And now White
One of those kingside pawns is falling, and then White should be winning, probably.
White has now regained the material.
Yeah. I think Black is in serious trouble here.
It's got a nice bishop, nice.
That rook is all the way
pieces.
out offside. Rook a6, d6. something like that. Black is in trouble.
Look at
Black
Elliot's.
is losing, actually, I think. This is what I was afraid of. Although Elliot's gotten himself out of situations like this shouldn't be that difficult. It looks horrible, but
He's gotten himself into some messes.
this is really, I mean, rook f5. How is Black get out of
Kyron's
here?
saying rook e1. But bishop g5 played.
Boy,
But doesn't knight c5? Is
it's
that,
pinned.
oh, we can't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyron
This
thinks
looks-
Elliot's all right though.
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure about that.
Are we talking about his game?
Yeah,
right.
yeah, what are we talking about?
Here's Chelsea's game. She is white. She is up.
Oh wow.
She is up. Something happened because I think it was even here.
Oh, wow. Something tells me this should be winning for white, but it's going to be tricky.
That was weird. So this is great news.
Wow, Black sacked the exchange there. That's really interesting. Very double-edged. Black has a kind of a positional advantage, but I think this shouldn't be good.
Andy Lee won the game.
Wow. Yeah.
Fantastic win. Needed win.
Andy Lee won both his games, right? I think.
I think he drew the first one.
Oh, that's right.
He drew the first one. Fantastic. We're waiting for some result updates, but
And Mark Pinto won. We might be reaching that magic number.
Elliot Winslow, am I looking at this right? Wins the game. And I think he made it. His opponent did not see. Look at this.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Boom.
Oh, so he went check and queen e5. Very tricky.
Unbelievable.
And then rook e1.
Wow.
H2 mate.
Wow.
That's the way to get the job done.
Here's Mike Walder's game. And Mike Walder is up 3 pawns, it looks like.
And maybe that wasn't so great for
And Nicholas Wang gets the win. Makes
No,
his
we're just
opponent
Doing it.
Michael
zip.
Walter's
Just-
got to be winning this.
Just
He's ahead on time and 2 pawns.
winning no matter what. Yep, back to Walder's game, and we're waiting for the match results to get updated. But I think Mike Walder wins. So
Players are waking up.
Yeah, we're starting to, getting our 3rd cup of coffee here. Nice game, Mike.
So as the results get updated, I'll update the score. This may be the final game, right here.
Oh. Rook check and king takes b. Oh.
Yeah, but wait,
Wow, deliberately giving the rook up? Not so sure about that.
oh, it was a fork. I don't think. I think that
I
was
think it
missed.
was worth playing on a few more moves for sure. I mean, and
No, but even losing the rook outright.
right, but then
The beat.
you win the b pawn and you distract. Yeah, I mean it's got to be lost. But maybe there was, if White had played rook d1 check first,
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Judith is updating the score right now.
Sad.
I don't want to look because I'm watching the live score updates as it's happening. It's going to be like incredibly close. Incredibly close.
So their internet must have started working again. What should I say? Is that too bad?
It's going to be incredibly close. I'm gonna put what we have updated so far, and we're not done.
Are there any games going on?
No, that's it.
Wow. It's all over, Allison. Incredible.
It's wow.
That's close.
I'm on the edge of my seat because I'm
This,
watching.
you
I'm
know, I
watching
mean, this
the
is the
updates
difference
real
for
time.
our players. For our players, it's the difference between eating and not eating. You know,
It's going to come down to one game. The whole match is going to come down to literally one game. The result of one game. And let me see if that game is still going.
Oh, I thought all the games were done.
I think it's done.
Or is it just not updated? Or
And drum roll, as Kyron said.
Yeah. I think they're checking on the result of a game. Yeah.
So, Elliot, what was the verdict on your game? I was confused. I thought White was winning, but Kyron's like, you were okay and better after Bishop G5 in even. Judith's not sure what happened.
The one result we're waiting on is Adam Mercado's game. So I think we're just trying to confirm that result.
Can we pull the game up?
Yeah, I mean, she's pulling it up right now.
Oh, I see.
We're assuming it was played. All the results are currently entered, and it's 16-16.
Wow.
we
So we're literally waiting on that result. And
Incredible. And Judith's saying that maybe the second game wasn't played at all, which would mean that the match was tied.
wow, that is
A tied match.
wow. They didn't play that game, huh? They didn't play the game. So it's 16-16. This is crazy.
Wow.
No.
What a-
you know, us, some of us like our older veterans were, like Alexi's in the chat. See, you're seeing the age difference because Alexi's in the chat saying, well, a tie's okay. And Ninja
Right.
Forest is saying, no.
Right. What do you think, Allison? I mean, is
What do
it,
you make of this?
Yeah, is a tied match okay, or is it better if we had just
we're gonna
won?
be a tie break. Like
Yeah, like we don't know if that match, like if there was they challenge, who knows what happened. But we weren't
there was
aware.
There are some funny things happening in this match.
Yeah, I mean, personally, it was an exciting match. It was a good comeback because we had to make a little bit of a comeback. We gave some games away, but then we were gifted some games in the second round. It was fun and exciting, right?
It was a real slugfest.
Yeah, we just basically just beat each other up, and then we're smiling about it after, right? Both sides. But yeah, 16-16.
Wow.
That looks like that's what it is. And we just want to take the opportunity to thank Descendo Decimus, 1852. That's the Royal Dutch Chess Club. for getting the players together and getting this match. Everything didn't run as smooth as we would have liked or wanted, with the Zoom meetings and things like that. But that's just live chess, live TV, and that's just life. You just got to roll with it and just
And we do.
laugh and enjoy that we even get to do this, and we have this opportunity. So just take it as it is, and thanks to the Royal Dutch Chess Club and everyone, and thanks again to Allison, who did the first outreach to them and helped get all of this together. And with all the craziness with the internet connection and with the hanging forks and hanging games and hanging faces, maybe a tie is what was meant to be and what was supposed to happen. So
You can say both sides won.
yeah, we just we walk away feeling all right.
When and where is our next match?
The final match of this series is going to be next Saturday. I think this Hamburg, Germany. I believe it's going to be 10 a.m. Our time. We're going to be led by Grandmaster Jim Tarjan. He'll be playing. We have a few more players to recruit. Some that played this week. We're going to see if they're free because Hamburg's got a good 20 plus players, and then that'll be the end of our 4-club match series, where we split with Zurich, so it's essentially a tie. We actually tied this week. We won against Edinburgh, so we're doing all right. We're unbeaten in our first 3 matches. So no penalty kicks, no game in 1 blitz to decide the winner. We just walk away 16-16, and thanks to everyone for being a part of it. What do you think, Paul? Is this result suitable?
I think it's suitable. It was had some odd moments, this match.
Yeah, it did. It had some craziness. Mark Pinto's already texting me, wants a rematch. He wants to do it again. They would be down for doing it again sometime, so maybe we can do that. Maybe we do like a 6
We
on
should
6
definitely
on 6
do
or
it.
something.
These are historic matches we're holding here. I mean, the Zurich Chess Club. This is unprecedented and incredible stuff going on here.
And I just want to give a shout out to Judith. She was doing a lot of troubleshooting. When certain players didn't show up for the matches, she had to re-enter the formulas in the spreadsheet and make adjustments and pair new people, and got all of that done. So
the most important thing is instituting lifelong bans on those who didn't show up.
And one of the special things is that we had a couple of Scholastic players that this was their first club match, and then we had some that this was their second. It's got to be fun for them to be playing a player they know is from another club in another country, and just having a club match representing mechanics. That's got to be cool. So thanks team. Thanks for joining, and thank you everyone who's watching that sort of rolled with the punches with us as we were doing troubleshooting here and there. But to me, it makes it fun, right? When you're running around ragged trying to fix something, right? So, all right, everyone, we're gonna sign off. Next Saturday morning, Hamburg. We'll send you the details on that. And round 1 and 2 of the Tuesday Night Marathon begins this Tuesday. Make sure to tune in. And we are going to send you over to the Chess Dojo with Kostya Kavutsky and David Pruis. Thank you, everyone. And we will see you Tuesday.